Coming up on SUTV, we'll tell you about some exciting video game news.
And we'll also talk about the SU Engineering event. Stay tuned.
Welcome to SUTV News. I'm Tanner Savage.
And I'm Dylan Dalton. God of War Ragnarok was released last month. Here's Jace Thomas with more on the story.
Sony Santa Monica has finally released their much-anticipated video game, God of War Ragnarok. The game is the sequel to 2018's Game of the Year winner, which was simply titled God of War. This franchise of games has been going strong since 2005 with the release of the first game of the franchise, which dealt with the main character, Kratos, getting his revenge on the Greek pantheon of gods. Ragnarok is the fifth mainline game of the series and the second to take place in Norse mythology. The game deals with Kratos, along with his teenage son Atreus, as they prepare for the prophesied end of the world, known as Ragnarok. After the previous game won Game of the Year in a year that had many viable contenders such as Spider-Man and Red Dead Redemption 2, Sony Santa Monica knew that they were under a lot of pressure to make a game that was worthy of the title that this franchise holds. And from all reports, they succeeded, as Ragnarok received multiple 10 out of 10 review scores from sites like IGN and GameSpot. The game is currently sitting at a 94% at Metacritic, which is like Rotten Tomatoes for games. Many fans think that God of War Ragnarok could take the title of Game of the Year again this year, though it has some stiff competition from games like Elden Ring. We'll see if Sony Santa Monica could take home the prize again this Friday during the Game Awards. From SUTV News, I'm Jace Thomas.
International Affairs is a place that international students can get help. The International Affairs is a support office that helps international students prepare to study at SUU, such as by helping them transition from schools and make visas. They host events such as the Day of the Dead event, and they have information about study abroad that students can get. They also have international student advisors, so students don't have to worry about problems with language. For more information about international affairs, here's Alex Curtis.
So here at SUU, we have about 750 international students on campus or enrolled in classes at SUU. So our job here in International Affairs is to help support international students with that transition into a new culture here in the United States. We help them maintain their student visas, so helping them with immigration questions they might have, advise them on immigration problems that they may be experiencing, things like that.
Blizzard just released the second season of Overwatch 2. Here's a quick look at it.
Do your worst, or I will.
He's the newest tank character to the Overwatch roster, and he packs a powerful punch to the game. There is also a new payload map called Shambali, and a new battle pass for the season, which includes the new Zeus Junker Queen Mythic skin. There's more to come this upcoming season of Overwatch 2 with new and old events coming back, so stay tuned.
Sigma Chi kicked off last week with their Derby Days. The Derby Days is a week-long fundraising event for the Hunter Cancer Foundation. Monday was the kickoff of Derby Days, with events planned every day that week. At the kickoff, there were many fraternity brothers and sorority sisters looking to get involved in the fundraising campaign. The vice president of Sigma Chi introduced the 4 teams competing in the Derby Days and pledged that the SUU chapter would raise $20,000 to contribute to the national goal of $20 million. A representative from the Hunter Cancer Foundation was also present to award the Sigma Chi's with a plaque for raising $20,000 for last year's campaign. Each Sigma Chi brother also received a $20K fundraising pin that is now part of their regalia. TJ Bunting explains why this fundraising is so important.
The fact that the Huntsman Cancer Institute puts forth so much effort in trying to research and find a cure for cancer is very noble. My grandfather had prostate cancer. It took a hard toll on my family, and it was really hard. I just hope nobody ever has to go through the pain, the sorrow, the suffering of having a relative or having themselves go through that cancer.
SU Outdoors is a place for students who like enjoying outdoor events. SU Outdoors helps students to schedule activities such as slacklining, hiking, mountain biking, climbing, and students can also rent out outdoor activity stuff for camping. So here's more.
Yeah, so we offer a 25% discount to students here at SUU, and we have like free events that they can go to as well, and we have a lot of programs that benefit the students as well.
The SUU Engineering had a major event in the living room. In this event, the Engineering and Computational Sciences colleges showed small rocket coding. They gave free pizza for visitors. Students can get information about engineering majors and can enjoy activities.
So this is a showcase for the college, the Cedar City Engineering College, and so just kind of help students get an idea of what's going on with this college, different clubs, some of the different degrees that are available, just kind of make it more accessible for students.
Caneyview High School held a wrestling tournament last week. I was able to go and get more on the story.
A local high school here in Cedar City, Caneyview High School, held a wrestling meet last week. Caneyview is considered to be one of the best wrestling high schools in Utah, being ranked 5th place across the entire state.
Okay, I think Caneyview's wrestling program is very successful. It's been ongoing for several years. Coach Lowry, who started the program, along with Joe Klein, who's a recently new coach. They're great coaches together, along with the community and the parents that are involved in this wrestling program, is the reason I believe it's so successful.
Caneyview's varsity team competed with 20 boys from Caneyview and 20 from Hurricane, Utah.
I'd say his shots, because I couldn't really block him whenever he shot in on my legs.
Well, it looks like Derby Days was pretty popular and pretty successful this year. You know, it's a really good cause to come together to fundraise for the Hunter Cancer Foundation, so it's a good thing that they're able to do that.
Always exciting. SU Outdoors, I guess, kind of fundraises in a way, right? Gives back to the students. We just love charity around here.
Yep, it definitely seems like a really fun place to go to get equipment and, you know, go try some new things, slacklining and hiking. I've definitely been rappelling a few times, and it's definitely a really fun thing to go out there, go in the outdoors, and enjoy the weather when it's a little bit nicer. Unfortunately, we're getting closer to winter here, but you know,
at least we can do outside sports during the winter, skiing, snowboarding. It'll be great.
Yep.
You know
Definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, coming up, we're going to get a look into Cedar's favorite local drugstore
and the new bike lanes here on campus. Anyone interested in classic ice cream parlor? Well, you're in luck. Here's my co-anchor Tanner Savage with more.
Since the 1950s, Bullock Drug has been a community favorite for Cedar City. Remodeled several times over the years, the old-fashioned aesthetic of the store still delights many customers.
I think it's one of the things in Cedar City that has stayed small town, and it's super homey. Everybody's super friendly, and it just reminds me of back in my day, you know, when things were small and fun and a good place for a family to go and enjoy good ice cream and candy, and I just love the atmosphere that's always here.
Well known for its ice cream parlor and soda fountain, Bullock Drug boasts classic treats like malts and its old-fashioned iron port soda.
I actually love working here. All of the girls are so nice, and the owners are so nice. I love the vibes in here, and I love how happy the old people get when they come in and they say, "This is just like when I was a kid." And they like to come in and challenge us with like, "Do you know how to make a malt?" And we actually do make malts, which is so fun. I feel like it's a really fun environment. We get to bounce around the stores, and we have a lot of fun at work, which is, you never dread going to work, you know.
Bullock Drug is also home to its own local pharmacy, as well as several other stores that have been added over the years. Customers can find home decor goods at Comforts of Home, and women's fashion at Wood and Lace Boutique. The store is located at 91 North Main Street. For SUTV News, I'm Tanner Savage. Have you ever played Call of Duty? Well, Modern Warfare 2 did not disappoint. Modern Warfare 2 is officially Call of Duty's biggest game to be released. Over the 3-day opening weekend, Activision raked in $800 million, not billion, million. Even though Modern Warfare 2 surpassed $800 million, they still have a long way to beat Minecraft.
The audio production class here at SU is produced by Professor Ryan Steinekert. In the audio production class, students can learn about the basics of audio, such as public service, advertising, sweepers, and jokers. Also, students can learn how to edit sounds and music during class. Students also have an opportunity to do a radio shift in Thunder 91 studio every week. Here's Ryan Steinekert with more.
I hope that people get a good taste of communicating, get a little better, become better communicators. So with doing some the on-air radio shifts that they do every week, they have to communicate, plan what they're going to say and then carry it out. And we talk about a lot of, I think, just basics of communication and communicating with people, connecting with people rather than just talking, but actually making connections. So, relating to people and having empathy and being entertaining and all those kind of things that, help you be a better communicator. That's the ultimate goal, I think.
As the World Cup continues, fans here at SUU are watching with the new TV in the living room. With the beginning of the World Cup, soccer fans usher in a grand carnival every 4 years. SUU prepared a huge screen for the T-Birds to watch the World Cup together, free of charge. You can enjoy the big screen and have fun with other fans, share every exciting moment with your friends, celebrate for your favorite team, and get a chance to relax as the final weeks of the World Cup arrive soon.
I think it's really exciting when I saw that they were building the TV. I was like, this makes me more motivated to come and watch the games. I'm Mexican, so I'm really excited to be watching the game right now. And it's a good opportunity because not everyone has the access to pay for the subscriptions, and then you're watching them with friends. So it makes a whole other environment that is really fun, and it unifies even though there's a lot of international and native students here.
As I mentioned earlier, Thunder 91.1 is SU's radio station here on campus. I had the chance to go and find out more.
Southern Utah University is the only school in Cedar City with their own radio station. Thunder 91.1 is a radio station where students can work part-time jobs, help with local radio events, and manage music and sound bites that go on the air.
You're listening to Thunder 91.1, the funkiest radio station in Cedar City. So Thunder 91 is a student-run radio station. We do a lot of production here in the production room. My position is the music director and the program director. So I pretty much say what goes on air in terms of what shows and all that stuff. And also I pick out the music that goes on air. So hopefully you're all liking it.
Communication students also have a chance to shine on the air. Once a week, audio production students have a 1-hour-long radio show to experience what it is like to be a radio DJ. They get to create their own radio persona and handle. Students practice voice breaks, queuing up the music, and taking calls from listeners.
All right, that last one was Life is a Highway by Rascal Flatts. Have you guys seen the snow outside today? Last I checked, I'm pretty sure it was October, and it's December now. I don't know. I don't get it. Next up, we got 24 Frames by Jason Isbell. Thunder 91.
Thunder 91 is a non-commercial educational radio station licensed to Southern Utah University. And so the purpose of the radio station is to give students of Southern Utah University an opportunity to do radio. And we give them opportunities to be on the air and be DJs. And then as they go further in the radio program, they can be music directors, program directors, production directors, and kind of get all aspects of a radio station and how a radio station is run, from the business side to the programming side and on-air side. So I hope it's a lot of fun. It's certainly, if you enjoy radio, it's a good time.
Despite a radio show counting towards their grade, the chance to be able to practice a radio show while going to school is more beneficial than classroom learning. From SUTV News, I'm Dylan Dalton.
The new bike lanes are here in Cedar City. For more information, here's Barry Ives.
SUU students returning fall 2022 noticed a new bike lanes on the streets around campus.
I am so excited about getting the bike lanes for SUU. Right, it's really unusual for a university campus not to have bike lanes, and it's been decades that we did not have a consistent bike path around all of campus. So for me, as a bike commuter, I ride my bike to work every day. I go home for lunch every day and make sure to get out and get into the sun. It's been fabulous. I just love it. And the other thing I love about it is the number of people, faculty, and students on campus who are now riding their bikes and who didn't used to ride their bikes. So that's fabulous. It makes me feel great about the project and really good about how this is working for the community.
The project is a collaboration between UDOT, Cedar City, and SUU, with the goal of increasing biking and walking safety for SUU and the surrounding community in what is called active transportation.
Dollars always a rule. We didn't get everything we wanted because we didn't have enough money, but I think it's a vast improvement over what we've had before.
The bike lanes cost $700,000 and was funded by the Utah Department of Transportation. The project was not able to secure financing for the green paint that is normally associated with bike lanes due to a $90,000 price tag for paint.
They're a great resource for the community and for our campus community as well. But the important part now is educating everybody so they can keep them safe, because just because you have a designated line doesn't mean you're going to be safe traveling. You still have to be aware of your surroundings and the drivers. And so until everyone really understands that and slows down, then you got to be careful.
The new bike lanes have caused some confusion on 300 West, where vehicles parking diagonally have been impeding both traffic and bike lanes, causing citations to be issued.
I like the bike lanes. I think there's a lot of good with them.
With the increase in the student population at SUU and parking becoming more difficult to find, the university hopes more students will take advantage of the new bike lanes and engage in more active transportation. It may take a while for students to use the bike lanes, but city planners are hoping that this will encourage people to get outside and be more active in a safe way. For SUTV News, I'm Barry Ives.
The SUU bookstore sold sword and knife replicas during the Shakespeare competition. The swords and knives were extremely popular not only with the visitors, but also with the students here on campus. The replicas were sold at good prices, and the bookstore sold out almost all the replicas before the competition was even over. The bookstore started selling these after they became too popular to be in a little booth set up near the Adams Theater.
Want more information about the sword and knife replicas? Well, here's Adrian Jensen with more.
Coming of the Utah Shakespeare competition brought plenty of theater students to the SUU campus. They were on campus for 3 days and had no shortage of things to do. Among those things to do was to shop at the campus bookstore. The bookstore was selling knife and sword replicas especially for this occasion.
It's just a very popular item with the Shakespearean Festival crowd.
The swords and knives were extremely popular with the visiting students, and some left with more than one replica. The replicas were very impressive, and students walking past the bookstore would stop and go in just to see what was going on.
These are actually items that started out originally up in the Shakespeare gift shops. And when the high school Shakespeare competition would come, they would buy so many of them for the schools and also some of them personally that we had to move it out of the stores because they were small and into the bookstore. And so where there was more room.
Okay, we hope that the bookstore brings new and exciting things to sell, and that the Shakespeare competition will bring new and awesome people to campus.
The Academic Advising Center is a place that students can get help for their class selection. Here's Chris Cha with more.
Academic Advising and Career Center is a place for SU students that help students plan their academic career. The academic advisors assist students from creating their class schedule to providing students with comprehensive advising through graduation. Here's Dinali Baker with more.
One of the main benefits would be the academic advising. You can come in and get help planning your classes, make sure you're on track to graduate, and ask any questions you might have about requirements for graduation. You can also use our Financial Wellness Center if you need help budgeting or planning how you're going to pay for school. And then our Career Center can help you plan for making money now by getting a job here on campus or off campus, and they can also help you plan for your future and the career that you want to pursue.
Some upper-class students work as the assistant coaches for excellence and success, also called as ACE, supports freshmen.
On November 11th, the Latter-day Saints Student Association held their fall formal in the Hunter Conference Center ballroom. Here's Adrian Jensen with more on the story.
The Latter-day Saints Student Association, based out of the Cedar City Institute of Religion, held their annual fall formal on November 11th, 2022. It started with a dinner and then went on for dancing.
I don't particularly like dancing, but I just decided to come because it sounds fun.
The tickets for the formal sold out within 2 days of them being on sale. The formal was extremely well done, with the guests enjoying a good dinner, including fancy dishware. The guests really enjoyed the dinner, but they were also very excited about the dancing.
The food was surprisingly good. I wasn't expecting it to be this good, but it was pretty good. And dancing is just starting, so we haven't really started that yet, but I'm sure it's going to be really fun too.
The LDSSA has been doing this for about 7 years and hope to continue it for as long as they can. The students absolutely loved the dancing and didn't want it to end. There were so many people on the dance floor that some of them got on the stage to dance so that they would have more room.
Freshman, this is my first time ever doing this.
We hope that the LDSSA will continue this great tradition and that the students will keep finding it to be very popular.
Well, it seems like SUU has a really good program for Thunder 91 and the audio production students. It looks like it's a really fun class to take and a really cool opportunity.
It is. It's super cool. It's super fun to be in there. It's nice to work at the radio station, do your little voice break. It's fun, yeah.
Yeah, it definitely seems like an opportunity that not many college students get, but you know, SUU is really known for the hands-on experience that it is able to give to its students.
You're right. Stay tuned here on SUTV.
We'll have more when we're back.
Oh, hey, bud.
Oh.
Where are you headed?
Just gonna hang out.
It's a school night. With Gary and Todd?
Yeah?
Not sure about those two. I've been meaning to ask you. This is tougher than I thought. Is there any drinking going on in this crowd?
No.
I hope not, because alcohol can lead you to say things and do things that you really wish you hadn't. Isn't this what you're supposed to say?
I know.
So if any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't. I'd do anything to keep you safe.
Okay, I will.
I hope this is working.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you.
Brian.
Yeah?
So start the conversation even before they're teenagers.
Good idea.
For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
Cedar City started its transformation to a winter wonderland November 21st. The city was busy hanging lights and setting out Christmas decorations in preparation for the holiday lighting ceremony that took place Saturday, November 26th. The evening of the 26th, there was food trucks, hot chocolate, cookie decorating, and a photo booth for everyone to enjoy. The city also held a Christmas tree decorating contest and gave out prizes to the crowd. As the crowd was waiting for Santa, there was a dance performance and Christmas carols being sung. By everyone present, Santa Claus arrived by helicopter and counted down the crowd for turning the lights on. Once the lights came on, there was a fireworks show to end the ceremony.
In more Christmas news, the SUU's bookstore is now selling Christmas items. At the entrance on the bookstore, customers can see several Christmas celebration items, such as Christmas trees, snowmen, and Santas. They are selling mugs, wreaths, cushions, Santa Claus statues, key holders, and tumblers. The sales began November 30th and end at the end of the semester.
Every year around Christmas, like I said, Cedar gets into the Christmas spirit. The Cedar City Golf Course hosts a night before Christmas event that all citizens can enjoy. As you enter the neighborhood, in front of every house, there's a sign with a portion of the classic story written on it. The story continues for over 10 houses, with the very last sign taken out of the event. Here's a local resident with more.
I love Christmas Lane. My family, we love to go up there. We go 2 or 3 times a year. We love to go read the stories. Each one of us take a little chapter, little note from each home. We read it. We mess up, we giggle, we have a good time. We love to look at the lights. The lights are beautiful up there. And also we love the best part of it, and that is Christmas vacation with the Griswolds.
Southern Utah University geoscience students got together Wednesday night to get valuable information from the SUU Career Center. Students received an hour-long presentation on the many different services available to them. This included resume writing and templates, grad school applications, and available internship opportunities. The Career Center also showed the students how to use Handshake and how to get letters of recommendation. Geoscience staff was also present to answer any questions that students might have had and provided pizza to the famished students. The Career Center is located in the Student Center, second floor of the Rotunda.
Have you heard of Disability Week? Well, here's Fahad Al-Anazi with more.
Disability Week at Southern Utah University. A week takes place at SUU every year to raise awareness in campus about disability. Those in charge of it explain the types of disability. Carminal Adridge.
Well, this Disability Awareness Week is done at our university on campus every year.
Susie Hunter.
Okay, the reason that we are doing Disability Awareness Week is so that everyone across campus is aware of the fact that mingled amongst us are students and staff and faculty that have disability or they have a condition.
Christine Patton.
This week has been Disability Week, and we had a lot of events. It's been a huge success. And what Disability Week does is promote awareness.
We prepare for this all summer when we don't have too much to do. And
I was talking to my friend Fahad, and he was telling me the difference between sympathy and empathy. The difference of sympathy and empathy when you're talking or interacting with someone with a disability is sympathy is like, hey, I want to help you. How can I help you today, right now in this moment? And empathy is trying to understand how that person feels and what their life is like and what they encounter.
Come to the Disability Resource Center. They can visit with us and we can get them, on the paths to some accommodations that can help them be successful through gaining access to their courses.
This is Fahad Al-Anazi from SUTV News.
Don't worry, we didn't forget. Weather's coming up soon.
So, don't go anywhere.
Observe a domesticated human family in their natural habitat, known to their species as the backyard.
Hey, you think I should light it now?
I think it's good.
Yeah?
Oh dear, someone is about to burn a pile of debris that's too tall, which can start a wildfire. Wait, could it be? Blimey, it is.
It's Smokey.
It's Smokey Bear. What a legend.
Hey, it's Smokey. Sorry, it was too high. Right.
Watch as he astutely ensures that there's no wind, and how he removes some of the debris to create a smaller, safer burning pile.
No, you said make it bigger, baby. The bigger, the better.
Take note of our fearless furry friend here, humans.
I appreciate it. Fist bump.
Watching you.
Smokey's done it again.
Bye, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Well, like I said, let's take a look at that weather. Currently right now it is 40 degrees and tomorrow the high is 43 degrees with a 0% chance of precipitation. With those odds, participation is still required at school for the last day of the semester. This weekend, the temperatures range from 43 to 46 degrees. So if you plan on doing anything outside, be sure to dress warmly. And on Monday, the first day of finals week, there's a chance of snow. Meaning if you're into winter sports, it could be a great week to decompress from the stress of the semester ending.
Welcome to SUTV Sports. I'm Tanner Savage. The Southern Utah men's basketball team broke a 28-year-old record for the largest margin of victory with a score of 120-49 against West Coast Baptist College on Tuesday, December 6th. This puts SUU at 6-4 this season, with the Eagles falling to 1-6. The SUU women's basketball team fell to Colorado Buffaloes Wednesday night, 78-48 at the CU Event Center. The loss moves the T-Birds to 3-6 in the season.
Well, Tanner, it's our last show. I'm very excited about it. It was a good run, and yeah, hopefully you guys all enjoyed watching us.
Yes, this is our last show here, running the studio here at SUTV News. Well, thank you all for tuning in. That's all we have for you. I'm Tanner Savage.
And I'm Dylan Dalton. It's been an honor.